who you are is who you are. God made you that way. He's got something in mind for you, whatever that is. And we have lots of people that can help us. The other ones, you have pastors and teachers, counselors, Christian professionals that can help you with that as well. And then the last thing is you got to trust, okay, God made me this way. There's a reason why He made me this way. He's got something in store. We have to wait for that many times. And sometimes we may never know why. God has put us here and has put that special gift that He's given to us. Because we might come in contact with somebody and they'll go away. We may never see them again, but they were blessed by what we said or what we did as well in dealing with that. So, God made you who you are. He has someone intended for you if you're going to get married. He already knows who your future spouse is. He's preparing that person for you while He's preparing you for that person. And along the way, learn as much as you can about marriage by looking at it from other people. Usually your parents or your grandparents. And how they act and react to one another. And dealing with that as well. All right? Any questions on that? All right. Turn to page 105. The seventh commandment. What is the seventh commandment?
You shall not steal.
What does this mean?
We should fear and love God's way. Do not take your neighbor's money or possessions, or get them in any dishonest way. But help him to improve and protect his possessions and account.
So right on the right-hand side, this phrase, God protects His gift of personal property. You have your stuff. Or God protects His gift of stuff that He gives to you. All right, central thought. God created us to look after the earthly gifts that He has given to our neighbors for their life and well-being. Not only the gift that He gives to us. What kind of things do all people on earth need for their well-being? Take the next 3 minutes and answer that question. Do that one a minute. Then read Luke 19, which is Zacchaeus, and answer what change did Jesus bring in Zacchaeus' life. So take 3 minutes. Do that right now. All right, what do we know about Zacchaeus? He was a wee little man. Wee little man was he. He was what? What did he do for a living, Annie?
Tax collector.
He was a tax collector. Meaning he was probably very wealthy. And he was a chief tax collector. That meant he had other tax collectors working for him. So he was getting part of the cut from those guys as well. Well, Jesus goes to the house of the tax collector, which everybody, if you remember, all the Pharisees, scribes, Sadducees all freak out when Jesus is hanging out with those sinners and tax collectors. But he goes to Zacchaeus' house, and Zacchaeus says, if I cheated anybody, I'm going to pay them back. And all that. And Jesus says, salvation has come to this house. Now, nowhere does Jesus imply that Zacchaeus stole from somebody. But Zacchaeus says, if I cheated anybody, I will give them back 4 times. And so we have this story here in that Zacchaeus was willing to give to those who were in need. And so, God gives us all these gifts. Everyone he blesses with different earthly material things. And we're very thankful for that. Some things he gives to our neighbor. Sometimes he gives those things to us. And God says, what's given to your neighbor, that's his. Because of all the commandments, even today in our culture, people understand what stealing is. I mean, it's literally taking what isn't yours. I mean, they get that. Oh, you stole from me. That's kind of the thing like that. And so the whole gist of this commandment is God wanting us to realize that he gives gifts. He gives some people gifts, and he gives us other gifts. Like in my case, I'm very thankful that the Lord has given to my brother-in-law, Benjamin Casson, a swimming pool. Which means I don't have to take care of it. But I get to enjoy it. That's the greatest gift ever. Hey, love that. In my case, they all come to my house when it's cold outside because my house is bigger than their house and they can do that. We're very thankful. It's a wonderful kind of understanding we have with the families there, that we get to do that. Now, I could lust, I could covet, which we'll get to here in a couple weeks here. Covet after something that is in mine, say, oh, I gotta have that. But then realize, does God really want me to have that? And really, is that a blessing to me with that? So God, in this commandment, God wants us to realize, yes, he blesses us with different things, that we have that. And that he gives us some things, and he gives other people other things. And we should be very thankful for that. And that we should not try to scheme to get someone else's stuff. And thinking, oh, my life would be much better if I had this, that, and the other thing. Now, the other thing is God blesses us beyond measure, more than we even can imagine. You do know that in respect to the rest of the world, you are in the top 1% of the wealthiest people in the world. You do know that, right? I mean, our cars, vehicles, stay in garages bigger than some homes in Africa, correct? Very much so. So we are truly blessed here as a nation. In a couple of weeks here, we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving, the one day a year that we give thanks to God. No, He's giving thanks every day, but as a national holiday. That we thank God for all the blessings that He's given to us. All the good stuff that He gives us, and sometimes the bad stuff. Remind us how good stuff that we have. And He wants us to be good stewards. Take care of these gifts that He's given to us. Whatever they may be. Whatever that is. That these gifts that God has done that for us. So, that's the gist of the seventh commandment. Is don't take what isn't yours. And we'll get to the coveting part. But appreciate with what you have. And appreciate what your neighbor has. And be very thankful for that as well. All right? Any questions on that? I'm done for today. So next week, we'll 8th, 9th, 10th, and we'll try to close the commandments. We have 2 more weeks, and then we take the Thanksgiving break. Okay? We'll just watch it.
Yeah, so that, just on the manual website.
It'll be, just go on the website, it says, probably says sermons or...
That's the one we're in it now.
We don't have it on Sunday after Thanksgiving.
We do not have a Sunday after Thanksgiving. We don't have. But we will have for the next 3 weeks, and then...
Someone else might have one. Oh, you forget. Well, you don't sit up there. Like, I can remember. Like, you don't sit. Yes, you can.
Landon, we missed last week's church. Landon was supposed to receive a catechism.
I like looked at
Can
their.
you still get one of those?
Yeah.
It
Yes,
doesn't have
they're
to be, it
upstairs.
doesn't have to be right now.
Right, no, yes, we'll get, yes. And then just give the
Finally got it.
at school and bring it home. or-
Yeah, that would
You
be,
trust?
sometimes.
If I give you a catechism, can you give it to your brother tomorrow or this week? Yeah. Did everybody enjoy their extra hour of sleep?
You're smoking. You guys gotta slow down with that.
You don't like the winter. Dad likes it. Kids will go at 6 in the morning, not in the shower. The bathroom is basically connected to my.
You did a very nice job. Yes, it is. You should go to the gathering, but yeah, I will. It's Dawn, it's Dawn.
Okay.
Schneider, but then she's, wasn't Dawn, shit. Okay. But yes, I will.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a fireplace
Yeah,
thing.
sure. Yeah, he does the kind of
I wonder if
stuff.
that's something he could take on.
He does that kind of stuff?